Right now, the last requirement of the question is the which is in the fourth exhibit on points you have identified during your audit. Quality review, the Horner company, as you can see in the requirement as well, Horner company, and what you have to tell them in relation to the matters described in the exhibit now. It's exhibit 4 now. Comment on the quality of the planning and performance of the group audit and audit of the components of the group, discussing the quality control and other professional issues in respect of now. It's Horner company. Exhibit 4. Here it is in front of you. During the audit of Horner company, audit team became aware of the breach of data protection. Whoa. Regulation whereby an employee of the company had made its customer database available to a third party. This disclosure is in contravention of the regulation. Okay. The audit working papers refer briefly to this situation and conclude that it has little to do with the audit. Whoa. No. It's against the ISA 250 audit regulations, as no one outside the company is either aware or not. They should take the action related. No further investigations were made by the audit team. No further investigation, but they should have to so. And the audit manager noted in the working papers that the matter does not need to be discussed any further with Honor Company or the group management team, as I have received assurance that the person responsible for the breach of the regulation has been dismissed. They only be assured and nothing else. Whoa, not enough at all. So what should have been done? Okay, so it's the part now. Let's move over here. The part. Oh, just a second. Just a second. Just a second. Oh, the part. And what's the name? Horner Company. So what we will say there has been a breach of relevant law and regulation. The audit team should have considered the ISA 250 consideration of law and regulation and audit of financial statements. ISA 250 states that while it is management's responsibility to ensure that the entity's operations are conducted in accordance with the provisions of laws and regulations, the auditor does have some responsibility in relation to compliance with laws and regulations, especially where non-compliance has an impact on the financial statements, the auditor is required by ISA 315 to gain an understanding of the legal and regulatory framework in which the audited entity operates. This will help the auditor to identify non-compliance and to assess the implications of non-compliance. Therefore, the auditor ensures that full knowledge and understanding of the relevant data protection laws and regulations is obtained in order to evaluate the implications of non-compliance. Now, ISA 250 requires that when non-compliance is identified, or suspected, the auditor shall obtain an understanding of the nature of the act and the circumstances in which it has occurred, and further information to evaluate the possible effect on the financial statements. Therefore, procedures should have been performed obtain evidence about the suspected non-compliance. For example, to discuss the breach with management, to understand how it happened, whether it was due to deliberate action or an unintentional mistake, and who was responsible. In addition, the audit team should have performed Further procedures, for example, discussion with the company's legal advisor, understand the legal consequence of the breach from the information provided. It seems that the audit team failed to obtain more information or evidence due to their belief that the situation had little to do with the audit. The audit has therefore not been performed appropriately as the requirements of ISO 250 have not been followed. The matter could be immaterial in monetary terms. Monetary terms, but without further investigation, it is not possible for the audit team to reach this conclusion. However, in many jurisdictions, fines and penalties associated with data protection breaches are often significant. Also, the the matter could be material by nature, so regardless of the monetary amounts involved, further work should have been performed. Right, folks, as you can see, again, I have done nothing special, just following my pattern of writing answers. Look at the scenario, I just look at the scenario, find out the errors, the quality issues in it, and then simply I use my relevant knowledge and applied it to the scenario line by line. That's the approach which I adopted from since the beginning till now. I hope you get it. See you in the next video with the next question solution.